Hi everyone, what I'm going to talk about today is using the Book Creator for iPad app to have your students create iBooks in class. I already have the app downloaded, but if we were to go to the App Store and search Book Creator, there are going to be two options. There is a free version, and the free version allows you to make one book, and then you have used up your limit. Whereas this version costs $4.99, and you're able to make unlimited books. I had students who paid the $4.99 and bought the app because they knew for my class that we were going to be making multiple books. But then I had some very clever and crafty, maybe frugal students who would download the free version, make a book, delete the app, re-download it, make a book, delete the app, so on and so forth. So it's definitely up to each individual if you want to spend the money or use the free version. To create a book, it's very, very user-friendly. You open the app and you're going to have a blank screen in front of you. You simply would select New Book, and then you get to choose the orientation. Let's say that we wanted to create a portrait-oriented book, and you are looking at your cover right now. It's obviously a blank canvas, but to insert pictures, video, music, text is very simple. If you see the plus icon up here in the right-hand corner, that is how we are going to add a variety of items. Pictures, video, text, sound, whatever we want. So let's say that I wanted to get into my camera roll, and I'm going to add a picture of my adorable nephew. The picture is going to add. I can change the sizing of it, make it bigger, and of course I need a title. So to add a title, it's as simple as adding text. Text box will pop up. Cute nephew. Done. And then I can play around with the text. If I need to edit it, I just double tap on the in the text box. If I wanted to change the font, again, double tap, and then you can bold it, you can italicize it, I can underline it if I want, and hit done. To go to your next page, you simply would hit the arrow to next page, and you can see that now you're looking at pages 2 and 3. And again, if I wanted to take a picture, we're looking at my camera right now. Let's say I wanted to take a selfie. Hi! Now I would use the photo. It's going to put it right in the page. Let's add text so people know it's a selfie. Done. I would move my text to the desired location, and I'm all set. So it's really as simple as that. You can add sound if we wanted a soundtrack. And the sound has two options. You can either record your own voice and it automatically would put it on your book, or you can import music that exists in your iTunes library. It's completely up to you. Once books are created, they are saved as iBooks. And so if we go into my iBooks, I have collections, and we will take a peek at some of the better iBooks that students created. I use this app a lot in my sociology class, and what we ended up doing is instead of having students review for tests using a handout or a worksheet or writing, I had them create iBooks. So for example, a Unit 1 book looked something like this, where they defined terms, but they also had to include a picture, and they did it in an iBook, which helped keep it very neat, very organized. It was more fun for me to look at and grade, and the students were incredibly engaged. I really think that the tool helped keep kids on tasks, and those students who normally would be super bored by a review assignment really enjoyed and got a lot out of this. And then what was nice for them is the end product exists on their iPad as well, so if they need to review for the test, they can simply just flip through their iBook and they have all the terms, people, concepts that they need to know. I also used this app as a tool in my American government class, and we'll take a look at this book right here, made by Christian. This was an assignment where my students got to meet and talk to political philosophers who influenced American democracy, and I've done this activity many times before, but I told the students I wanted them to take a picture with the statues, and then they were going to create a book. And the funniest thing, this is a side note, I was picturing that they would have someone else take a picture of them with a statue, but they all took selfies. It was hilarious. I don't know why. I didn't anticipate kids taking selfies with their statues, but they totally got into it. And again, I think that as opposed to simply reviewing on a worksheet or answering questions about these figures, you can see the students did a great job, and they had all the information that was going to be important on their test, and the books turned out great. To give you an idea of what it's like with sound, it's as simple as adding music, a little Bob Dylan, I believe. One thing is the music only plays on whatever page you're looking at, so if you turn the page, then the music does stop. And something else that I wanted to share, just an observation I made, I think this tool really gave students a level of comfort which empowered them to share and be more open with me than they otherwise would if this was a written assignment. So for example, my sociology students had to create books talking about what has influenced them and the different factors and variables in our world that who've made them them. And we can see that Jordan shared a lot of personal stuff with me that I didn't know. She talked about a really tough surgery she had to endure. She talked about taking care of her grandmother before she passed away. And I just really think that if I were to ask Jordan to write this, I don't know if she would have shared as much with me as she did when she created a book. She also included a video, which is pretty neat.
Hey Jordan, let's see you walk for the first time without crutches. She's walking.
So using the Book Creator app, I was able to actually see Jordan walk for the first time after her surgery and experience it and hear her mom and see her hard work. Where again, if this were a paper and a pen assignment, there would be no way that I would get to understand what that was like. The students really customized the books as well, and I was floored at how open and how willing they were to share pictures and memories and stories from their past. It made me have a lot of respect for my students and actually feel like we got to know each other on a personal level, which was great. When the students finished their books, they shared them with me in a Google Drive folder, and then I just opened them up in iBooks, as you can see. So now in my iBooks I have a lot of different student-created books, but I think the tool is fantastic. It can be free, otherwise it's $4.99. It's very user-friendly. The students are very, very engaged, and the end product turns out great. I just can't help but smile when I see all of the information and pictures and stuff that the kids were willing to share with me through this great tool.